You've probably heard it called the eighth wonder of the world. It's this incredible force that can turn a tiny seed of money into a huge fortune, or a small debt into a massive burden. Yeah, we're going to talk about compound interest.
Okay, so what does this wonder actually look like? Well, check this out. For the first 10, maybe even 20 years, it's kind of boring, right? It doesn't look like much is happening at all. But then something happens. That curve just takes off. And in the final years, it goes practically vertical. That initial 10 grand doesn't just grow, it explodes into $2.5 million. That's the power we're going to unpack today.
So, how in the world does that happen? What is the secret sauce here? What's the hidden engine driving that slow, boring start into such an insane finish? Well, let's get under the hood and break it all down.
Yeah, it might seem like magic, but it's really just math. So let's look at the simple but incredibly powerful idea at the heart of it all.
Here it is. This is the whole secret. You're not just earning interest on your initial chunk of money, you're earning interest on your interest. Think of it like a snowball rolling downhill. Every time it turns over, it picks up more snow, gets a little bigger, and that bigger size helps it pick up even more snow on the next rotation. Your money starts doing all the heavy lifting for you. And this slide just lays it all out, plain and simple. Simple interest, that's just a straight line. It's predictable, it's fine. But compound interest, that's that exponential curve. That's a completely different beast. With simple interest, you're walking up a ramp. With compound interests, you're launching a rocket. Okay, so what do you need to make this rocket fly? There are really just three key ingredients in the recipe. You've got your principal, that's your starting cash, you've got the interest rate, and you've got time. The first one's the starting point, but the other two, well, that's where the real magic happens. First, let's talk interest rate. And yeah, this seems obvious, right? Higher rate means more money. But I mean, really look at this chart. The difference between a 2% return and a 12% return isn't just a little gap. It is a fundamentally different universe of growth. It's like strapping a much, much bigger engine onto that rocket.
But, there's another little lever you can pull, one that's a bit more subtle, and that's frequency. We're talking about how often that interest gets calculated and thrown back into the pot. Is it once a year, every quarter, or even every month? Now, when you first look at it, the difference seems tiny. But think about it this way. Compounding monthly instead of annually gives your money 11 extra chances each year to start earning interest on itself just a little bit sooner. And over decades, those tiny little head starts, well, they compound too, and turn into a pretty big deal. Okay, so we've been talking about this incredible force for building wealth, but here's the thing. It is absolutely a double-edged sword. It's a two-sided coin. You have to remember, compounding is totally neutral. It's just an amplifier. It doesn't have a conscience. It has no idea if it's amplifying your savings account or if it's amplifying your debt. It just grows whatever you point it at. Take inflation, for example. You can think of it as a kind of negative interest rate that's constantly eating away at the value of your money. And guess what? It compounds too. That means the cash you have just sitting around isn't just losing value, it's losing value at an accelerating rate year after year. And of course, this is the scary one, right? High interest debt. It is the exact same engine. When you carry a credit card balance, the interest gets piled right on top of what you owe. And the next month, they charge you interest on that new, bigger amount. It's the same rocket ship we saw earlier, except this one is pointed straight down. So you might think all this is a pretty modern financial idea, something from Wall Street. But no, turns out humanity has been wrestling with this concept for millennia. Its history is incredibly long and, believe me, pretty controversial at times. I mean, get this. We're talking about Babylonian clay tablets from almost 4,000 years ago with compound interest problems on them. The ancient Romans hated it so much they actually outlawed it, calling it immoral. It wasn't really until the Renaissance that mathematicians and merchants started to codify it and really understand its power. And one of the most practical things to come out of all that history is a fantastic little mental shortcut. And it's all centered on this one number, 72. It is so simple, but it's a shockingly accurate way to figure out how fast your money can grow. It's called the rule of 72. All you do is take that number, 72, and you divide it by whatever interest rate you're earning. The answer is roughly how many years it'll take for your money to double. So you're getting an 8% return? It'll take about 9 years.
getting 12%, boom, only 6 years. It's such an easy way to make this huge abstract idea feel totally real and tangible.
All right, we've seen how it works, we've seen the history, the good and the bad. So what is the big takeaway from all of this? How do we make sure this powerful force is on our side? It really just boils down to understanding these key ideas. Remember, it's interest on your interest. Time is your absolute best friend here. It's the most powerful ingredient. Higher rates are great, but you have to watch your back when it comes to high interest debt and inflation. Get that right, and you can put this incredible engine to work for you.
Ultimately, understanding this whole concept just gives you more control over your own financial future. So it's worth asking yourself right now, is compound interest working for you, or is it working against you? Because make no mistake, it is always working, silently in the background. The only question is, which direction is it taking you?